This here podcast is for a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You never know, we might be talking about spirituality and wellness, relationships, whatever it is that you do to get your money, be it working somewhere, be it running your own thing, be it having a side hustle. It's all good over here. We are getting organized. We are handling our time management better, and we are having fun through it all. Because over here, it's all love, all light, and good vibes only. So, if you are interested in living, laughing, and learning, growing and glowing, drinking your water, and minding your own business, this is the perfect place for you. Hi, I'm Tiff, and welcome. Hey besties, hey boos, hey you, and you. I am so excited for you to join me for another episode of the Life Unscripted podcast by Organized Energy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome if you're new. Welcome if you've been hanging around here for a while. I'm just so happy. I hope that you have been having an amazing day, an amazing week thus far. And I hope that after you've tuned into this episode, that you leave feeling like you got what you came for. If you are not familiar with who I is, if you are a new friend to this show, I want to introduce myself. I am Tiffany. I am a published author, and I am in training and development. So I teach and I speak and I write and I do all the things to help others feel a little better, do a little better, be a little better. All right? Okay. If you want to introduce yourself to me, make sure that you check out any of my social platforms and stop by and say hi, send a message or drop a line on any of the posts, and I'll be sure to engage. Anyway, today, this is going to be super quick, but I hope that it is potent for you. And that is, I want to talk about doing something different. Doing something different. I know that we love what we love. We have a certain affinity to certain ways of life, certain hobbies, and a certain career path, and certain habits, and certain attitudes, and all the things. Like we can get settled in our ways, right? And we can find a sweet spot, and we can just love the sweet spot. And sometimes we can even, it may not be sweet, but it's familiar. And so we still like to be settled in that, because we are creatures of habit sometimes. And so whether it's good to you or not, we like to stay in wherever we are, just because it's too much work sometimes to just do something different, right? But man, oh man, the rewards of trying something different, stepping out of your box, trying something else. It could be that you've been on a career path and it's been all right, but maybe you feel like it's not been all that it could have been. But because it's familiar and you've got all this time invested in it, you're like, I'm going to stick to this career path. Or maybe it's a business. Maybe it's not been all that it could have been for you in this business. Maybe it's not been as profitable, as fruitful, as rewarding as it could have been, as fulfilling as it could have been, or it has the potential to be. Maybe it's been a little bit more frustrating than you like. Maybe it's not brought the fruit or the revenue that you wanted it to. But because you've put so much time in the business, because you've put so much of your blood, sweat, tears, your money into the business, so many years in the business, you're like, I don't even know where I would begin to do something different. So I'm just going to stick with this thing that's not as fulfilling, that has not been as fruitful, that has not been as rewarding as it could be. But because you have the time under your belt, you're like, I'm going to stick to this, and I can go on and on with examples, whether it be friendships, relationships, attitudes, hobbies, the same place you might go to visit all the time, when it's time to go on vacation, the same restaurants, always find your way to this same restaurant, or you walk this same path when you take your daily walks or you go on your daily jogs or whatever. But did you know that variety is the spice of life? Did you know that you have the choice and the option to try something different? And guess what? You just might like it. You just might like that thing. If you were to try something different off the menu when you go to a restaurant, just try something different. Did you know that it might be your new favorite thing? Did you know that if you were to go in a room and you were networking, and rather than stand with your little circle and those you already knew and the ones that you came with to the event, if you would just venture out and just kind of, speak to somebody that you don't know, did you know that you might grow to love them as a friend, as a colleague, as a new client, as a business partner, as a boo, as a whatever? Did you know that? If you were to decide that you want to take a different route on your errands and on your daily commute and on your way to work or wherever you're going, just go another way to get to the same place. Did you know you might like that view? I remember some years ago when I had this yearning and this desire to be somewhere else, to relocate. And part of my prayer and part of my desire, the desire I had in my heart was, God, I wanted to look out my window and see a different view. I was tired of what I was seeing when I looked out the window at my home at that time. The people, the scenario, it was redundant, and it was not as beautiful as I wanted. and I was like, I'm tired of this. I want to see something different when I look out the window. I want to ride down a different street and catch a better view and feel better when I'm riding down a particular road. I wanted to be around different people and feel a different way and experience a different vibe and talk about some different things and have different conversations. I wanted to hear a different kind of song and sing to different types of music. And I just wanted to be different for the better, And I want that for you, and I want you to want that for yourself, and I want you to want it so bad that I want you to be intentional and consistent about seeking something different and higher and more fulfilling and better for your greater good and the good of those around you and those who are assigned to your life, who you are assigned to be working with and helping. But you can't help someone else if you are not first helping yourself. And I need you to get an extra pep in your step. And that starts from feeling good on the inside. And one way you can feel good on the inside and let it show on the outside is when you just try something different. Try something different. Talk about something different with your friends next time you all have a chance to engage. Listen to a different radio channel when you turn on the radio. Try a different genre of music. Try a different book. Do something different as it pertains to changing habits. Getting rid of one thing and picking up a better one. Do something different. That's all I got for you, but I hope that was enough. I love you so much, and I cannot wait to do this again with you. If you don't want to miss the next time I do whatever I do, put out a new podcast episode, write a new blog post, host a new networking event, or an opportunity to engage or whatever it is, stay in the know by joining my community. And the way that you can do that is just getting on the list. Just get on the list. Go to organizedenergy.co/alerts. That's with an S at the end. organizedenergy.co/alerts. And you will be one of the first to know when new content is available, when new opportunities are available. And I'm so excited about that. All right, you guys, I love you. Have the best day and pass that on to someone else. It is awesome to listen to my show, but wouldn't it be amazing if you could launch your very own? Go from listening to launching when you pick up my new book called Is This Thing On? The Super Simple Guide to Planning, Launching, and Scaling Your Podcast. And of course, it was written by a podcaster for new and aspiring podcasters. Think of it as business strategy meets podcasting 101. So yeah, anyone can launch a podcast. That's the easy part. But not everyone understands the business and brand strategy behind operating a podcast. Be it if you're doing it just for yourself and for pleasure as a hobby, or if you're doing it to get more eyes on your brand. Either way, this book, this project is for you. Visit organizedenergy.co/shop. Again, organizedenergy.co/shop. I've got some goodies for you. I want you to visit organizedenergy.co/spill the tea. organizedenergy.co/spill the tea. I have curated a list of some of the favorite tools and resources that I use as I operate my business that have been amazing for me. They have helped me to save time. They have helped me to build my team. They have helped me to stay connected with my people. And I absolutely love so many of these tools. I want to share them with you, and it's free to download. So again, go to organizedenergy.co/spill the tea so that I can help you get started working smarter and not harder. Again, and as always, I want to thank you for listening. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate the fact that you shared your time with me. That's number one. Number two, I always tell you guys as I close out my show that I love you. I remind you that God loves you. And I want you to make sure that you love you. Okay? I love you. God loves you. I want to make sure that you love you. Now, if you enjoyed this show and what you heard today, I ask that you do me a favor as my bestie. Would you please go over to Apple Podcasts, to Spotify, and wherever else you listen that has the opportunity for you to rate and review. I would love for you to rate the show and to leave a meaningful review. I want to make sure that you also have subscribed to the show and that you will share it with someone that you think would really enjoy it like you do. Okay? I truly appreciate you. I really do love you. And I cannot wait for you to join me again on the next episode. Have the absolute best week ever.